Santa Clarita's hometown station, KHTS. Hey, make sure you go to hometownstation.com for all the latest and greatest Santa Clarita has to offer. And speaking of the greatest Santa Clarita has to offer, we have a very special guest in studio. She's going to be at the KHTS Home and Garden Show and Emergency Expo April 28th and 29th right here at Central Park in the Santa Clarita Valley. Put it on every year. And she is Carla Franco. She's the executive director over at Road Ahead Family Services. Carla, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Did I say Carly?
You did, and I actually go both ways.
Sorry.
So
okay.
That works.
Oh, okay.
Carly works.
Okay, perfect. Okay. That's my niece's name.
Oh.
Carly.
There you go.
But
beautiful name. Good choice.
I have on my notes here that you're Carla, so I'm going to stick with Carla, if that's okay. So Carla Franco, she's the executive director at Road Ahead Family Services. So first things first, what exactly is Road Ahead Family Services?
So the Road Ahead Family Services is a grassroots operation. We are community-based mental health services. We provide foster care services for our most vulnerable and neglected children. We provide adult services, anger management, domestic violence, sexual abuse awareness. Our goal is to partner up with the families and truly help heal.
Okay.
And that has a multifaceted approach.
Okay. And how did you get involved with the Road Ahead Family Services?
So in 2010, I left the agency I was working for and decided that we needed services that were a little more grassroots, a little more connected to families, and I founded the Road Ahead Family Services.
What do you mean by grassroots? I know kind of what it means, but maybe somebody driving in their car, they're like, hey, what does grassroots mean?
That's a great question. So when I refer to grassroots, what I'm talking about is lining up side by side with the clients that we serve. When corporations serve clients, there's a big distance between the executive directors and the client that's actually the consumer. So grassroots operation has to do with small overhead, small staff, everything being reinverted back into the clients.
Okay. And so you guys handle a bunch of different things. Why would somebody go to the Road Ahead? Why? So I know you talked about some of the issues, but is it just noticing that they need these services and they don't have access to them, or what?
So people come for very different reasons. It could be as simple, and actually one of the things that we're seeing a lot on comments on our Facebook page is how many families of teenagers, with everything that's going on in the schools, don't have access to proper mental health, and so their child might be depressed or might have anxiety about everything that's happening. But through HMOs, through other systems, it's just too difficult to get regular ongoing services. Okay. At our agency, that's kind of the needs that we meet.
Okay.
One level.
So you were at an agency before this, though.
Mm-hmm.
What got you involved in this field in general? How long have you been doing this?
The wanting to help. Okay. I think no one comes into social services for the money. Yeah. Anyone that's listening, students that are applying to college.
I know, the same thing with radio. So don't worry about it.
So we come into this field because we're passionate about helping, because we want to pay it forward, because we have had the privilege to be able to have the education in the background that allows us to help others, and I think that that's really the heart and soul of the Road Ahead.
And what made you start your own? Was it just you reached a point you're like, I want to do more?
I want to do more. I don't want the finances to dictate what it is that we can do. There's a high need that's not being really met in a lot of ways. So that was really the idea behind this. And there's plenty of small agencies out there that are doing great work, by the way.
And this is something that it's. And I don't know, for lack of a better term, it's worse than it's ever been with regards to these issues, right?
Absolutely. We have such an influx of high need in the younger populations, parents that are concerned, but also there's just a lot of trauma that goes unrecognized, and that's actually one of the things that the Road Ahead focuses on, both from the mental health perspective as well as from foster care. Our big issues are attachment and trauma. So that's the focus of services.
Again, go to roadaheadfamilyservices.org. Carla Franco. I just did it again. I'm reading it and I got it wrong. Carla Franco. She is the executive director at the Road Ahead Family Services. You guys are going to be out the KHTS Home and Garden Show if you guys are looking for more information as well.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I'll be glad to see anyone that comes over. We'll be happy to talk about foster care, mental health. Come tell us what your needs are.
Awesome. Thank you again for stopping in. That wasn't so bad, right?
That wasn't so bad. I
Right?
was nervous for nothing.
Yeah. Right? Okay. All right. She's, again, go to roadaheadfamilyservices.org. Carla Franco, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.